Today we're going to be looking at the function of this device here, which is the autofocus. Now we're looking for, I find this a very cumbersome system to use, and I'm looking to find a better way of autofocusing the machine. On this particular machine, because the head is adjustable up and down, the autofocus pen has got to be related to this nozzle in some way. So I'm going to drop the nozzle down onto this piece of 2mm material. I've loosened the pen off so that I can move it up and down. And on the keyboard just here we've got diagnostics. And here we've got all the switches and sensors that are available on the machine. And here in the middle we've got a Z plus and a Z minus sensor. Now the Z minus at the moment is black, but if I can make it, adjust it downwards to make it switch, there we go, the sensor has just switched, and then I'll lock the sensor up. Now the sensor should switch with a gap of 2mm underneath there. So we'll drop the block down. I've either got to go up with 6 key presses or come down with about 8 key presses to get to autofocus. We can press the enter button. As you can see, it doesn't touch the nozzle, but it now drops down by 5mm. Now I'm looking for around about 7mm gap underneath there for my focus, and at the moment I've got about 9. I can make an adjustment as to how far that drops down. And we've got to come up to File, Vendor Settings, and we get a vendor password required, RD and 4 8s, 1 2 3 4, enter. And that gets me into this window here where I get the opportunity to mess around with X, Y and Z axes. We're going to mess around with the Z axis, and what we've got here is something called the home offset. Now the home offset is currently set to 5mm, and it's about a 9mm gap beneath the nozzle to the work. Now I need that to be 7mm, so I've got to come in here and I've got to adjust that probably to 3mm. Now before I can do that adjustment, I've got to read what's in the machine already. And what's in the machine already is 5mm. Now I can change it to 3, and then I can write that back to the machine. I've not changed the pen or anything, so I should find that the autofocus works perfectly well. And this time it'll only drop down 3mm. And that should give me a gap underneath there of 7mm. So that's the way that we go about setting up the autofocus at the moment. It's a bit of a tedious process, and every time you change a lens you may well find that you've got to set a slightly different offset. You've got to go into the vendor settings to make a different offset.